Stench and his lovely shorts. So what had happened was he got home and actually you complained about this about your wife a long time ago. I remember this, that one of your complaints about your wife was that she's all decked out. She looks hot. She works over here at the Radio Ranch. She looks great.
She's a big ass boss too.
And then you just called her fat.
No, I did not. I called her important.
No, but I know, but in
with
women's
girls,
world,
right.
Anyway, so
she's a very small, petite, buttocks, important lady at this company.
And that she gets home and then she takes off all the really pretty clothes and puts on her sweats. So I remember you complaining about that. So you did the same thing yesterday. You went from your work clothes to sweats.
Yeah, but my work clothes are sweats. I was actually dressed down from my sweats.
Okay.
But I had on basketball shorts, tennis shoes, and a sleeveless T-shirt.
Hot.
Right? And I was just at home laying around watching TV.
Can I marry you?
Doing some work. And then she came home. She had sweats on. And then it was dinner time. So, we go out every night. We just kind of don't know where we're going. And there's only a few restaurants by our house. Well, there's one restaurant that's kind of nice. And she goes, I want to go there. And I looked at me and I looked at her. And I said, don't you think we're a little underdressed to go there? I don't care. And we have the baby.
I like how men do impressions of their wives talking.
I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care. Let's go. That's what I want. So then we go there, and there's a line.
It's never nice, by the way. I've never heard a man say, and then she said, oh, darling, I don't care.
Oh, because they don't say that. They bark
don't
at us.
say that.
They bark at us.
That's how they bark everything at us.
The only time my wife talks in a soothing voice to me is when she's trying to convince me I'm not crazy, and I don't believe her. So she's really just lying.
All right, anyway.
So we're in the line at this restaurant, which is one of the only nice restaurants in this little tiny town that we live in, and I could tell people were looking at us because we were totally not dressed, and she didn't care, and I did, which seemed weird to me.
So she used to, here's what I'm getting from this, and then maybe I'm reading too much into it. She used to be the one, by the way, that cared about images, everything. I mean, that chick was like, everything was Dolce & Gabbana, BMW, blah, blah, blah. I mean, everything was perfect. Is this something new since the baby?
It is. You have the baby now. You know you're going to get barfed on probably anyways. The baby's going to throw food at you and make a mess. So now she's just like, oh, let's go.
Because, I mean, before she would have chastised you, I remember we were in San Francisco and you had to have, your outfit wasn't right. She flipped out and it was all a whole thing.
You know, I did
totally didn't care.
I did just the opposite to Gretchen the other day on Sunday. She came to visit me on the set of the new Partridge Family thing. And crews, they make radio people dressed up, like camera guys and grips and all those guys. They're really it's in a sound stage. Just everybody was kind of messy. Well, Gretchen comes in to visit in a dress that goes past her knees, all black, and one of her giant, stupid black hats, like Jackie O on steroids.
Was the Kentucky Derby in town?
No, swear to God, I'm really glad you said that. That's actually the kind of outfit she was wearing, except all dark colors, not all frilly and stuff.
How'd she get in the car with the hat?
I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, and I almost mentioned this the other day during the picnic show, she had just come from church and then went to the church picnic afterwards. But I was so embarrassed by how she was dressed in this black dress and a giant Jackie O hat that anybody I introduced her to, I then said, she just came from the church picnic. That would explain the hat.
Oh, I hate that when you have to do that for
I said it to every single person we met. Because she was so overdressed.
Oh,
that's my wife. I told you she's a Christian, right? She just came from the church picnic. And then they'd go to say something. No, that's not an expression. She just came from the church picnic.
What that also tells me is she's one of those girls that has like an outfit for each event. So there's a church picnic, so she wears the, I'm lounging on the picnic blanket with my hat.
She was overdressed for a picnic. I don't care what event it was.
No, that's not right.
No, she could have been going to a formal. I don't know why she was wearing she had to attend church first. So it was a reasonable church outfit.
I don't know. They wear jeans now.
Yeah.
Not my wife. My wife's all show respect.
No, believe me, I went in a skirt and my adorable Gucci shoes.
Gucci's for Jesus. Gucci's for God.
That's what I called my sister. I said, oh my God, I'm going to church. I can't believe it, but I'm wearing the Gucci's, so it'll be okay. I won't be struck.
So I did the opposite of you and your wife.
So I went there and I had this outfit on and everybody was in jeans.
Yeah. I dress essentially like this.
Church.
when she makes me go, I dress pretty much like this. I don't like wear ripped up jeans, but I wear jeans and a nice t-shirt.
Yeah, we would.
God will forgive me. That's his job.
It's just weird. They're all casual. It's like casual Sundays. But different. Anyway, I was gonna tell you something. I can't remember what the hell it was. Oh my god. But is the baby all together? Like, does the baby have the Prada bag, the Prada shoes, the baby Prada outfits?
Baby just had her birthday, so she has like outfits for days. The baby was perfectly matched with like little designer clothes on, and here we were looking like slobs with this really cute baby.
Wow, because that's changed. She used to get on to him about.
You know what, baby? New babies will change. She's gonna get puked
How bad
on.
is it that I was questioning what we were
I know.
wearing?
That's actually terrifying.
That is, because I don't care. I walk around here in my underwear. I don't care.
Right, but
Yeah,
you wouldn't
the
go to a
fact-
nice restaurant in your underwear.
No,
Yeah.
but what he's saying is the fact that he was questioning it bothers
Right.
him. Like,
What happened to her?
Right.
uh-oh.
Get used to it, dude.
It's just all downhill. By the way, and I know we've talked about this a million times, I'm really shocked to hear that you and your wife and Sparkles don't attempt at all to cook anything.
Who? Oh,
Either one.
You mean both wives?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
My wife was flat out though before we even got
I
married.
know,
and dated, like,
You know what you get, but you still think
Right.
you can change somebody, or you
Right.
still think they'll try. I'm really shocked she doesn't even like scrambled eggs, nothing.
No, but I don't expect it of her. Because
I know that. I got that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that you would think that they'd at least try. I mean,
Especially now with the kid. You would think maybe you'll make something and try to feed the kid. Nope.
nothing.
Nothing.
Isn't that weird to you? They've never turned on the stove.
But you know
Nothing.
what? Some of these things are overrated. Gretchen cooks, takes a lot of time, there's a lot of dishes, and there's things better right at the corner.
I know, but it's still weird to me that they've never. I mean, at least like my husband knew nothing about cars, but he'd open the hood.
You gotta give it the college try.
Yeah,
You know
he'd
what?
open it up, take a gander at it.
In all family relationships, there's like a pivotal moment like that.
Uh-huh.
My brother John was telling a story yesterday that he thought was really touching. He said we're all telling stories about our family growing up because we had like a little get together yesterday. And he said, I remember I was in my front yard and Dad threw a baseball to me and I had a mitt on. And I thought, yeah, Dad, you know, I'm 48 years old. And that's the first time because his son was born. And he goes, you know, I'm 48, Dad. And that's the first time you've ever thrown a ball to me.
Oh my God, that's so
And
sad.
you know what my dad said? He goes, yeah, it's really overrated.
Oh, that's
Those
not
little
right.
trips down memory lane.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
God.
my dad, at one time, and these were all the stories we were telling yesterday. My dad had just beat the living crap out of me one day. And I was yelling somebody goes, what do you want from me? And I was like in high school. And I remember I was always fishing with Dave and Ray. I said, I want to go fishing. I want to go fishing with my dad. That's all. Stuff like that. And he goes, you want to go fishing? And he'd already had a stroke. Was paralyzed on one side.
Oh.
So I put him in the car, drove to a lake, cast the line for him, stuck it in his one good hand. I cast the line, and we're sitting there like the Andy Griffith Show, and he finally looks at me and he goes, well, are you sufficiently uncomfortable? And I said, why, yes, I am.
Those are touching. They're just so.
Dude, that's what it was like all
They're
yesterday. We all
so
told these funny
sweet.
stories. I was
Sweet.
48. He threw a ball to me. Really overrated, don't you think?
Aw, that's really. Those are sweet.
They're funny.
4 questions, and then that's it. That's absolutely it. It says.
Yeah, nobody checked me when we couldn't get pregnant.
It says the problem is built into the modern healthcare system. When couples have trouble conceiving, they generally go to the one reproductive specialist they know, the wife's gynecologist. Gynecologists do what they're trained to do, treat women. As a result, a woman may go through extensive testing and treatment. Half the time it's fruitless. And this one chick she was on fertility pills, blah, 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 but her husband had retarded sperm. Which that would scare me if they said my husband had retarded sperm. I wouldn't want to like procreate, but it doesn't mean that you have a retarded kid.
Right.
It just means that it's like a weak sperm that can't, what am I saying? Like intercept the egg, get
Right.
into there. Like it's like a shell or something. Anyway, so if you are having problems, there's a new thing too for guys. It's called ICSI. And it says it doesn't matter what shape the sperm is. As long as the DNA is in good shape, they can insert it and no problem. So there you go. Bye.
Nice.
Also, speaking of kids, we were talking about this, the fact that Jack and Stench's wife, Not that they're kids. Don't cook. And it shocks me that they haven't even tried. Like nothing. Not even toast. Nothing. Zip. And I was saying to Jack, does it bother you to know that your daughter then probably won't cook?
Right.
You know, because it's generation to generation. So probably Sparkle's mom didn't cook. Did she cook?
Actually, I think she did.
But she just didn't learn?
Thanks for wrecking this topic.
What? No, I don't think she learned or cared to learn. You know what I mean? I think her mom cooked for her, and then
that was it?
Yeah.
Nobody in my family ever watches sports because we just weren't brought
I'm
up.
so thankful for that my dad didn't do that. I heard a guy the other day bitching that he wasn't at home watching golf. It was a beautiful day outside, and I was outside, and this guy's like, I can't believe I'm not watching the golf tournament. And I thought, I am so blessed that my dad did not sit on his ass while I was a child and watch sports.
But he also didn't teach, had he had sons, he also didn't teach them to sit around and watch the big game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that. I'm so glad.
I have not wasted
we were
1
outside.
second of my life watching a sporting event.
Yeah, we didn't either growing up. I mean, like we were always outside.
Can
so
you
that was
tell
awesome.
we were reaching for things to be thankful for?
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Anyway, but I also thought, you know what, Jack, your daughter won't ever make a salad probably.
Right. Well, and as we discussed, there's a lot of things my daughter probably will never have to do.
Because, you know, the salads already come, I mean.
In bags,
Yeah,
yeah.
so who buys a head of lettuce anymore?
All right, there you go then.
You know, it's like
who's-
lost arts.
All right, let's go with lost arts then, because there's so much stuff that has happened in the last decade that I can't keep up with. My daughter already knows how to do things that I don't know how to do because they happen so fast. But there will be lost arts that our children will never know the joy of.
Well, it was weird because, you know, I got all this stuff from my grandma's house and all her linens, and they're linen, they're all embroidered by hand. They all have like little flowers and stuff.
Right.
I'm like, who had that kind of time to sit around and like make little flowers on the linens?
No, I'm sorry. As long as there is Guatemala, there's going to be embroidery.
No, but that's a machine.
Right.
She sat around and like made little flowers by hand. I mean, it's crazy. But then Stench had the best one, I thought, and I didn't know what he was saying. The cheese grater. No one will need the cheese grater anymore.
I can't find one.
You don't need one.
I do need one.
You don't. You know why?
Why?
Tell 'em.
Buy it in the bag.
The shredded cheese.
No,
Yeah.
because I don't need it for cheese.
Your marijuana.
Yes,
I don't know.
I need a cheese grater.
You
That's all I'm
gotta-
saying. And you're right, because I have searched high and low
What do
and
you
cannot
need for a
find
cheese
one.
grater for?
Do you really want to know?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
If it's
I-
not for cheese.
No, it's really healthy. Dog food comes in this log, and you have to dice it up with a knife, and it takes forever. So I want a cheese grater.
Oh, right. Gotcha.
Can't find one anywhere.
Anyway, I agree though. That's weird. I didn't think about cheese grater will be obsolete.
They give them up at the grocery store, and have never thought of the joys of a cheese grater at PetSmart.
Who would? Anyway, we're doing Lost Arts when we come back. An assistant.
Me too.
I really need one though.
Me too.
You know why I need one?
Why do you need one?
Because I need to schedule my horse's West Nile virus vaccination.
Why
The hell is that commercial?
Oh, I've been hearing that on the horse thing for a long time.
My
It's the people starting to croak. It's new.
God. Yeah, somebody else kicked the bucket. That's a shame. Anyway, yeah. So I gotta get me a horse so I can get one of those shots.
Wait, now you need a horse
Yeah.
so you can get an assistant to schedule the shot for the horse you don't have?
Yeah, you know how like when you buy something,
You're
then
really ahead. I love that about you.
you buy something and like girls buying Hope Chest. You know, they buy a Hope Chest and then they buy China and they buy all this crap and then they never get married or they get knocked up first and they don't even need the China because they're eating off paper plates. Anyway, but that was in my hometown. Speaking of which, we were talking about like the lost things, and Jack and I were reminiscing because I told him that kind of a sad moment in my life was we used to gather all around, if you will, for Charlie Brown's Halloween special or
The Great Pumpkin.
the Great Pumpkin,
Yeah.
or the one about the little Christmas tree. You know, all those great
The
Saturday.
heat miser.
The ABC specials and my sister and everybody, the cousins, everybody come over. It'd be a Thursday night and we'd all gather around and, you know, make something. I don't know what the hell we made, but, and we watch that show and it'd be great. Well, now, if it's the Great Pumpkin special, somebody will actually say this, you know, we have that DVD in our car.
Right. Or
Wow.
they're going to run it 8 times on the Family Channel.
Yeah.
So
The
no
kids
big
have
deal.
seen it in the car,
Yeah.
You know what? Gretchen just got a Nissan Quest.
right?
Thank you very
From
much.
Cerritos to Salt.
And it has 2 TVs.
That's what I mean, but it's a sad thing.
yeah.
It's like, ugh. And even Jack brought up this. One of his fondest memories is waking up early Saturday morning for cartoons.
Yep.
Well, they're not that special anymore because there's a Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network, Boomerang, which is cartoons from when I was a kid. Nickelodeon, there's nothing. They're on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
And tell them about your sad friend's job. How it's becoming obsolete.
Oh, I have, in fact, I used to work there for years. My friend owns a photo shop.
Right.
And this is what he's done his whole life. Photography, chemicals, paper. But now with digital photography, people make prints at home. They don't need this.
And they go to the
He's like, I'm
drugstore.
watching his business dwindle down to nothing. And this is something
Oh.
he's done his whole life. It's very
Sad.
But you know what? In some cases, things replace the old. He needs. You're talking about photo booth, right? Where you pull up.
Yeah.
It's like
That's
it's
what
a
you
store.
worked in, right?
Right. Kind of.
Those guys, you know what they're doing? They're retraining themselves and opening up drive-through coffee bars. I'll have a hot caramel macchiato, please.
All right.
How do they retrain yourself from photo to hot?
You take believe me, I know a little bit about this. I've been studying lately.
Starbucks has drive-thrus.
Right. Well, the photo booths that you pull up into in the middle of a strip mall parking lot, half of them have turned into drive-through
snow
coffee
cones.
bars.
No offense to anybody who makes coffee, but my friend spent a life. He's, it's an art form making photos and being
Yes,
and
it is.
processing. And now, to say that art form is gone,
My
you can
friend's
make
gonna be
coffee.
mad. She
you know?
makes coffee and she has a
I'm
cart.
sorry, I literally had you in the photo booth
She's
thing
gonna
when
kick
I was a
your
kid.
ass
I didn't.
because she thinks it's a total art jack.
I didn't think art form. I didn't think Ansel Adams.
Ansel.
Ansel Adams. See, you
Ansel.
can tell I didn't think it.
Enzo Ferrari, Ansel Adams.
Right.
You know that my friend has a coffee
No,
cart.
I know, and I know who you're talking about.
As a coffee bar?
Cart.
Oh.
And she thinks she's an artist.
All right.
The way
well.
she sprinkles that.
I'll tell you what, we'll have them switch jobs. My friend will run her coffee cart. She goes in there and tries to mix the photochemicals and
You
make the
don't
pictures
know,
come out right.
Jack.
You don't know, Jay. You know what I have
She
with
has
me
to
right
sprinkle
now?
stuff on it, and she makes it little packets of flavor.
Do you know what? In my office, I will bring it in and I'll do it during spots so we don't have to discuss it. I have how to own and operate a coffee cart,
Hello,
and it's
I
a
already
big
have a friend
deal.
doing it over it.
But no, I'm trying to show Jack that, you wouldn't believe it. And the
Talk to
quality
the hand,
controls,
okay?
they think it's an art, man.
Yeah, 2 scoops of those Folgers.
Robusta beans grown at a lower altitude, not so good. Arabica beans, that's what you need.
Oh, is this week's thing?
Yeah. This is his new thing, the
Yeah,
coffee.
because
Hey,
I knows that we're
Soon
forcing
we'll have
it.
coffee pizza and it'll all be over.
We have
Not a
very
bad
good
idea.
cappuccino at Fiorini. Thank you for bringing it up.
All right. Anyway, here's a good one. That's a lost one. Hi, Eric.
How you doing?
Hi, we're good. How are you?
Oh, just fantastic.
You know what? There will be a time in our children's lives where their cell phones won't break up.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, go ahead, Eric.
Can only hope. Okay. My mom is a second grade teacher, and I'm actually calling from Colorado.
Uh-huh.
And
Why does
The
people need to tell us that? I don't know. Anyway, go ahead.
hey, it's coming from long distance. You guys got to know.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things they think is odd.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway.
But my mom is a second grade teacher.
I'm actually in Cleveland right now.
You're right. Someday my baby won't be fascinated with being able to call from other states.
Long distance, it's nutty. Oh my God, it's nutty. Actually, though, to bring that up, though, I think a lot of people will lose their phone service at home and just go with cell phones.
Oh, I believe that very soon.
If I got service, I would do it. But I don't get service.
I've got no long distance charges. My phone bill. One phone call from what's that place in the Bahamas I stayed? That big pink place.
Don't make me do that.
Atlantis. One phone call was $187.
Yeah, that's because you use the hotel operator.
I will never, ever, ever, ever do that. Well, the rest of the country that I toured around, always my cell phone.
Well, yeah, the hotel operator. That's all. Don't get me started.
No-
on that.
no,
I think
no long
that there should be
distance?
like a class action suit against hotels for that.
No long distance on your cell phone?
Jabbing.
That's awesome.
You know what's going to go away is dialing the phone. Because now with caller ID and stuff, I always just hit either redial or it's in my memory. To actually dial the phone, you
Yeah.
very rarely do that
I
anymore.
think phone calls altogether might go away because everybody's just IMing.
Right.
I'm
Not
like,
until
it won't kill you to call me.
I will not IM with anything
God.
besides call me until there is spell check on IM.
There is.
There's
Isn't
not
there?
not on mine. There's no spell check on IM.
You don't have to spell right on IM.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's
It's like
Yeah, 'cause
C U Z.
No, Jason.
No,
our
but if I
friend
had to write,
Jason?
I'm very sympathetic. I'm not even saying. I got to go with sorry.
Our friend Jason
Yeah.
doesn't call just IMs all day. I can't stand it. I'm like, look, I don't want to type back and forth. What is this?
Yeah.
Hey, how are you? Good, thanks.
And you
just pick up the phone, goddammit.
And you can type. I've seen Jamie do it. She can do it at almost conversation speed.
ASDF JKL semicolon. That's my home row. That's the one thing I learned in high school, my home row. Yeah. Anyway. All right, Eric from Colorado wants to tell us again. What, Eric?
All right, sorry about
I know,
that.
your long distance is crazy. Anyway, go ahead.
My mom, they just built her a new building. She's a second grade teacher, and they have a phone now in all the classrooms because they didn't before, but all the kids are fairly young, so they see the cord on the phone and they think that's the antenna, so they'll actually pick the phone up upside down and put, because they think the antenna comes out the top.
Oh, so
and then they
corded
can't use the
phones. That's
phone.
actually
Yeah, corded phones.
corded
Wow.
phones. Wow.
Didn't even
I
think
never
about
would have
that.
thought about that.
Yeah.
Although they gotta get the science of cordless phones down.
Well, yeah. Plus, I know my neighbors are all tuning into mine because I can hear it click, click, and I'm thinking, oh, they're so hearing me yell at somebody.
You know what? See, I don't care because I don't say anything. I don't talk on the phone. I don't like communicating with anyone outside my home. If I'm not looking at you, I don't really want to talk to you. But they all buzz and run out of batteries. They just don't have the science of cordless phones down.
How come with the phones with the cord, they never made them like my garden hose, that flat, that flat kind of hose that never got all tangled? Because remember in your corded phone, there were like two of those little loop-de-loops
And
that
you
were
have to
pulled.
drop the phone. First you pull, then you drop the phone and just let it spin for a while.
Right.
Yep.
Or you wrap yourself up in it, or you put your finger in it.
See, they're wrecking it.
Ah.
Progress.
I just thought of a lost art.
What?
Sober Amish people.
No.
Yeah.
Tell them what happened.
Oh, this was the club promoter kid from Amish in the City.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be on the show this morning at 7:30.
Right.
They called me about 6:30 and said, "Don't hold your breath. He went out drinking in the town last night, and we can't find him." So then they finally called me at 7:30 and said he never showed up. We're gonna have to reschedule, and we're really sorry. But it's the kid Jesse, the little
Club
kind
promoter.
of
It's not-
flamboyant club promoter kid.
He's not
from
the Amish
in
one,
the city.
though.
No, but he's from that show, and he's missing in action in the city of Los Angeles.
Missing an Amish.
Yes.
Is that? And now this is my stupidity. Is that a religion or a lifestyle?
It's a religion.
Okay, so it won't be lost. Because I was thinking, well, maybe
No,
they'll
they
change
won't
it
let
up,
it
though.
go, man. They will change it up. I believe
I
all.
don't know, though. The Catholics still trying to use that withdrawal thing and no condom or whatever.
And the Catholic Church just did that whole thing about feminism. A big report just came out of the Vatican.
And then there were all those priests. Ugh, boy.
Do you know, my sister-in-law works for the Archbishop, right?
Mm-hmm.
And whenever I get a phone call from her, which, for some reason has been a few times lately, my caller ID says Archdiocese, and I panic every time.
funny.
Like it's the official call that I'm going to hell. This is it. It's
Hell
Archdiocese. They said, listen, we want to just save you a lot of time and let you know in advance you'll be going to hell.
By the way, there's an article in the news today that a priest and a nun were caught doing it in a car.
Ew.
Now, to me, that's way better than a little boy.
Me, you know what?
I'm okay with it.
I cannot
the
believe
celibacy
that
thing.
priests still can't marry. It just seems. I mean, my brother would know a lot more about this. Maybe there's some huge reason that the whole religion is founded on part of this.
It's
Obviously,
that Mother
the ce-
Teresa thing. It's all about, just
But I
don't do anything for yourself.
First of all, the Catholic Church is dying out. They need some really get up and go kind of guys that really preach and really get people excited. And all the Baptists are
what
getting
the
in.
hell?
Well, my wife's a big churchgoer. My brother's a big
Well,
churchgoer.
I know we all are. I mean, we all have people that we know. But what I'm saying is, you're out there. We gotta get somebody in there in a Catholic church.
I go to the Presbyterian church with my wife, and that guy's like, great, get you going. And then I go to this mostly African American church with Trish, and they really get you going. They gotta let priests get married so you get some real guys
I
in there.
don't think that has anything to do with their sermon if they get you going.
Trust me, I've been to all three, and the Catholics are lacking.
But I don't think if they're like boning, they're gonna all of a sudden get you going.
When was the last time you saw a big strapping man that gave you a sermon about Jesus is your quarterback?
To me, they're all kind of dull. Really, and then I have a Baptist minister that's boning. Still dull.
You ever been to a predominantly black church?
Yeah, now they're going.
They rock.
Doesn't mean they're boning. Maybe just excitable folk. Maybe the Lord just
No,
excites
they're
them.
Baptists. They're allowed to.
I know, but it doesn't
mean
mean
they
that's
are.
what I'm saying. All right. Anyway, what?
Nothing.
Danny really wants somebody in the Catholic Church. Get him going.
I do, actually.
I was I grew up in an Episcopal church, and our priest ended up being gay, and it was okay. They're okay with that.
Yeah.
Ours ended up having a hair transplant and buying a Corvette.
See, you shouldn't do that. If you're a Catholic priest, the vanity thing I still get.
And he left his wife with arthritis for somebody in the church. He was kind of
Wow.
a man whore.
Yeah, see that I'm
well,
still
because
against.
that new girl could get in the Corvette. The chick with arthritis couldn't. It was
Right, I
kinda sad.
understand. Sure.
It's a true story.
Wow.
Poor Lana. She was young. Well, anyway, what was I going to tell you? I know who you need. You need that Carrie. What the hell is it? John Kerry's wife.
Yeah.
She's a lunatic. Did you see
I
what she
like her.
said now?
57 different varieties.
No, no, 56.
And its
No,
ingredients.
she just said she was on stage or whatever. She was at some rally and she's like, they want to stay in they want to stay in hell for the next 4 years or live in a living hell for the next 4 years. This chick, okay, it's one thing. I love women that speak out. I'm one of them.
Right.
And I'm all for it. But I am not representing the country, which what I'm saying is children, grandparents, great aunts, uncles, blah, blah, blah. We're supposed to vote her, her husband in to represent all people. Some people aren't into the hell word and whatever the hell she said. Shove it. My grandma not into that stuff. My sister's kids, I know that she'd be really upset if the hell word was used in a forum. And we're supposed to elect this chick or her husband. Right now, he has set her ass down and she is watching Jackie O tapes.
No.
Yeah, he has set her
No,
down.
they're loving her.
She runs the house because she's got the money. He can't do anything.
I'm telling you, he's setting her ass down, and the whole process is, and they're running that Jackie O, and they're like, listen, this is who everybody loved is Jackie O. Please watch her mannerisms and how she keeps quiet until she, needs to speak. I mean, this chick is no Princess Diana.
No.
This is Fergie.
But she turned out to be a lunatic.
You know what this woman is?
What?
Fergie or Kitty Dukakis?
Kitty.
I think this woman drinks.
Wow.
I certainly hope so.
I think she's hammered on stage.
But you know what? Jackie O would not play today.
Yes, she would.
I
Yeah, she
disagree.
would.
I don't
Absolutely
think she
she
would
would.
play it.
Princess
Remember-
Di. She's Princess Di.
Do you remember that
And she played until she got killed.
that Mrs. George Bush, President 41, that George Bush, talked about.
Barbara?
But thank you, saying that stay-at-home mom was a wonderful job and this and that, and she took a huge beating.
I disagree. I think Jackie O still plays because Princess Diana was the recent one, and everybody loved her.
She was a lunatic.
No, she just puked. We know a lot of them.
She puked and she cheated, and they
No,
were
but I mean,
crazy.
everybody loved her. I mean,
Right,
But
and
she was
no-
quiet.
she was no Jackie O.
But she wasn't up there mouthing off saying, what?
Nancy Reagan. She was perfect.
She was
sat
perfect.
back. She was a lady. She was
Right.
very elegant.
And that's what I'm saying. This is
Yeah.
representing the country. I don't give a rat's ass because I am no lady, by the way. So I don't give a rat's ass about a woman mouthing off. But this is representing our country. It's like when you found out Imelda had all those shoes.
Well,
Disappointing. to
I
the
think a
country.
woman speaking her mind and anything she wants to say and not being ruled by her husband is representing the country and or should be.
No. I agree, but I don't think so because I think you would be shocked to know that a lot of women don't speak like that.
I wouldn't be shocked to know. I think they don't.
Lawn darts are a lost art, too.
Lawn
Yes,
darts
they
are
are. All right, here's
totally a lost art. Lawn darts, and that game rocked.
Just to organize your thoughts, here's what we have on our plate right now. We're talking about things that you don't do anymore, like grade cheese because it comes shredded.
Right?
We're talking about, is that Mrs. Carey a mouthy son of a bitch?
Yeah.
We're also talking about where the hell's that Amish kid,
Jesse.
right? Also, Kobe Bryant's,
Accuser is done.
yeah. There's a lot of bad things that happen in that thing.
If the little headline I've got is correct, it says she had sex with somebody within hours after the alleged rape.
But then again, and this is the only thing I will say in her defense about this, and I said it before, I have had a hangover and had a beer as a hair of the dog. And I think I don't know. But I can see where if somebody is raped or sexually molested or whatever, and you have your boyfriend there or somebody you're close to, I could see doing something so psychotic and mental because you're all jacked up.
As to make love to a man
Yeah.
hours after being
Yeah.
viciously raped
With injuries.
Yeah.
with injuries.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you explain the guy a few hours before?
Well, I'm saying this is the one thing I'll say because I've never had this happen, but I can imagine that the trauma in your life and in your head, you don't do anything normal.
Are you saying that as something that's as possible? Because it is possible,
Yeah,
you're right.
it's possible.
Or are you saying it in her defense, like you believe that's what happened and you still
I'm saying
believe?
I don't really know what happened with her. I have no idea. I haven't heard. I don't know what happened with her. But I'm saying I think it's possible that could happen. You don't know what you'd do if you're
I think not
shock
only-
or trauma.
I think not only is Kobe innocent, but I'm now starting to think that he really should file a civil suit against her.
19 years old. What's he going to get?
Nothing. She'll declare
Nothing.
bankruptcy and.
And then all the details will be out in the open and about how he
Well,
did.
she's not closing down. The details are coming out anyway.
Well, I know. He was the fool that did it. And he was married. Anyway, what?
I have another scenario as to why maybe afterwards she would have sex to regain control. Like she made this decision because she felt like she was out, like that
That's
control
true.
was taken from her.
Right.
So maybe to have sex right after would be a way to show
That's
that
a
she
good
still
one.
has control.
Good one,
That's
Jack.
a
good one, yeah.
scenario. Maybe she's a hose beast and a tramp, and
Maybe she's
Kobe
a-
didn't do it.
Maybe she's a liar. That's the
Yeah.
one I'm going
And she
with.
wa-
Well,
wants
we
money.
do know that they had sex. I mean, here's the bottom line. I know that the rabbit boiling, and I know this chick is scaring the bejesus out of some of you married men that cheat on
Yeah,
your wives.
absolutely. Absolutely.
So we need the married women of the world needed her.
Wow.
She that and the boiling bunny.
I
we
said
needed
I
them.
said yesterday in our meeting, I said a couple years ago when Gretchen and I were really going through our problems, 50% of me being willing to go to therapy was I would do anything to keep her, and 50% was not to go through the hell that somebody in this room had been put through.
Yeah.
And I thought, I just don't want to do that.
That was me. I went through hell with Satan.
Oh, that was the fourth wife.
That was the fourth wife
Yes.
and custody and the kids being a hassle and
There was
stuff
12
like that.
kids you had to
I
get
just,
custody of.
Just really wasn't going to do that to anybody. So, I know I've said thank you before, Stench, but I just wanted to thank you.
Shut up.
However, now there is a woman that was groped at Thanksgiving. I don't know. Her giblets were.
He got the big piece of the wishbone, or she
This
did.
one's not believable either because she says it happened at Shaq's house. Yeah, Kobe was at Shaq's house. They hated each other.
They might have tried to rekindle a Thanksgiving type meal.
No, they hated each other.
The Indians and the
Jamie's
white
been to
man
my
did
house.
Oh my God.
it. See, that was hell.
And who did you grope?
Mario Lopez.
Dick Clark.
Oh.
I molested Dick Clark. I have something to confess.
No, because he tried to beat up Dick
No,
Clark.
I have something to tell you. I molested Dick Clark at your party.
Yeah.
What a tough night on Dick.
Yep.
You molested him. He threatened his life. Jack, what'd you do to Dick Clark?
I didn't do anything.
I
to Dick
yanked
Clark.
his chain, if you know what I mean. What?
I saw a weird clip with Shaq from some interview the other day where they said, have you talked to Kobe? Has Kobe called you? And Shaq goes, I don't have a cell phone. If people want to call me, I just know, and then I call them. Like, he goes,
Wow,
it just
he's
comes in my head.
telepathic.
That's what he claimed. It was the
Wow.
most bizarre thing I'd ever seen.
Then why would he ever yell, give me the ball, give me the ball? Wouldn't he know they were going to or not?
I guess so.
Wow.
Why would he play in games he knew they were going to lose?
Well, we ask that all the time about those psychics.
Yeah, because they're liars. Except
Anyway,
Gary Spivey, who's my good pal.
so that Kobe and this chick says that at Thanksgiving she was groped. She might testify. It's really a shame though that this girl, whatever her deal is, if she's a liar, and I mean she's a tragedy, is what she is, and it's even more tragic now. What the hell is wrong with the Colorado court system?
That it went out there twice. She's going to have a nice suit against them.
Yeah, she's gonna get some cashish.
Although if they
And
go
some
all the
Long
way
John
to
and
court,
silver.
if they go all the way to court and he's proven innocent, then wouldn't all those things that got leaked out about her be her fault? If she hadn't lied to make a lawsuit, they would have
No.
never been able to be leaked.
No,
It doesn't mean it
it's
doesn't
that
mean
weird
yeah.
sexual something law.
Right, but doesn't
Rape
What's it
shield.
called?
rape shield. But
Rape
if she
shield
wasn't
law.
raped and it's proved she wasn't raped, does that rape shield
Does
still
that kill
apply?
bugs?
If he's not convicted, doesn't mean she
No,
wasn't
it's a
raped.
giant strip they stick Kobe to if he did it.
Oh, what?
If he's not convicted, that doesn't mean she wasn't raped. It's still he
Well,
still could have
hello,
done it.
Yeah, we
But-
have the OJ thing
Yeah.
to show you.
No, but the one is acquitted, one is exonerated.
I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
care.
OJ was not exonerated.
Arnold Schwarzenegger was abused as a child. That's a shame. Also, what's that? Beyonce Knowles' sister.
Yeah.
She's trying to be that. Oh, what the hell? Jessica Simpson's little sister. You know.
Ashley.
Yeah.
Ashley, she's doing a good job.
Right. Well, this Solange or whatever the hell her name is, Knowles. She's pregnant, so I'm not sure where her career's gonna go because they hide them.
Whoopsie.
Right.
They yank them out of high school and send them to a special place. And then they come back all thin. It's weird. I told you Mary-Kate Olsen wants to be trained as a chef. It's not even a joke, friends. And what I really like is, hey, how about killing your wife and then ordering some porn?
What else would you do after killing your wife?
Well, I guess Scott Peterson, about 2 weeks after he reported his wife missing, he changed their accounts on their satellite dish and got the Playboy channel.
That makes perfect sense to me.
And altered the service again 5 days later to include more explicit adult channels. Yummy.
I'm down with the homie on this one.
And what about that other guy, the hacker? Did you hear the latest and greatest about Mr. Hacker?
That he was walking around naked.
Yeah, that and that he went to the store and she didn't even know he smoked.
Oh, this guy he wasn't even a doctor who smoked.
I know. I couldn't believe it last night. It was like a headline thing. It was, she didn't even know he smoked. I'm like, how about he killed her? But he confessed to somebody in the nut house.
It said a reliable civilian source in the psychiatric ward, so I guess they could tell.
But if they're a nut, do you trust a nut?
If the nut said, "Hey, I just hacked up my wife with a knife,"
But a nut told a nut. Does the nut?
no civilian source. It could just be like a person giving a medication or something, not necessarily a
Alright.
doctor.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. So he's admitted it to it, and now they're looking in the landfill. That must be a gruesome job looking for her body in the landfill. Ew. By the way, when we come back, we have Ant.
Ants!
Ant from the last comic standing. You know, I was just thinking it's Alina's birthday and she's 32, but her boobs are about 16?
No, boobs like that started earlier than
Yeah,
16.
I think those boobs started
Those
at 3.
boobs might be 20.
Because she's like a triple F.
Yeah.
And like for really full. Anyway, as we promised you guys, we love this show, although we're saddened that one of the people that we have with us today is not on it anymore.
But can I point out that not necessarily the least funny people get voted off. You want to get rid of the guys that are really funny.
I think it's because he's gay.
I think it's because he's gay. Personally, what do you think, Ant?
I think it's because you're gay. Ladies and
Jesus.
gentlemen, from the last comic standing, Ant.
Wow, thank you. And I
welcome.
think triple F boobs, I mean, I don't want to see those either. To a gay person, that's like garlic to a vampire. Step back.
I don't know that we had this conversation. Mark, our gay hairdresser, he also... Everybody is fascinated with boobs. We even think
I
gay
like
men.
to touch like C cups or smaller, but anything bigger than that, that's disgusting.
It's
It
her
is.
birthday.
Well, who gives a crap?
Get her a reduction. It's
Right.
her birthday.
Beverly Hills Surgical Institute, right?
Absolutely.
And how big is her waist, though?
She's little.
She's normal
Yeah,
size.
you bought her boobs. Now buy her dinner. What's
No,
wrong with you
they're-
guys?
No, they're
real.
natural.
No, those are not
Yes,
natural.
Swear to God on my
are.
life.
I'm sorry, but you
The
know,
stretch
God
marks will
has a
prove
sense
it.
of humor, but that's stretching it.
I know.
Seriously.
It is stretching it. We've
Yeah.
seen the marks.
They
Oh,
look like
that's
weapons.
horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Don't get so bitchy, Ant.
So,
Look, I was gonna put on wigs and heels for you, Danny. So stop it.
I'd
Not
beat
like
you
that.
too.
That
Don't
show's
threaten
been
me with
done.
a good time.
It's called The Other Half.
Whatever happened with that crappy show? Good Lord.
They
Well,
that
dress
think
show
up all
was
the time.
horrible.
I think you summed it up right there, Ant.
Good Lord. And Dick Clark couldn't have done any worse if he'd dressed in drag as Barbara Walters. He was so desperate to rip that show off. Good God.
They did that.
Yeah, they did
I
that.
saw that.
Oh, okay, I didn't know
Yeah.
you were being
It's-
funny.
No.
All they did was
Which is
wear
a bad
dresses.
sign for a comic.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of which, what happened? Why are you off the show?
You know, it was the greatest experience ever. I mean, I think my head-to-head challenge, I probably made a mistake by bashing Bush. I don't think I should have
was a
done
mistake
that.
right
I
now.
think that
Yeah.
was a mistake. But, you know, I'm gay. All we want to do is lick Bush and beat Dick Cheney. I mean,
Very nice.
really
And a
all
nice
fine.
save at the end.
Yeah.
you know, so, I mean, I got a lot of hate mail. Those of you that can hear my voice, get off the computer and get a freaking job and stop, like, complaining to
Jack
people on
works.
TV.
Hey, by the way, can we tell you one thing? We have to take a little break, but we want to tell you. Jack hates you.
Yeah.
Who's Jack?
Right
He's
there.
Giant.
He's the
Mr.
bush lover.
Mr. Burbank.
Is that
Is it
true?
Mr. Burbank?
Is that true or just something Jamie's
Yeah.
making up?
I
No.
consider Ant the Omarosa of Last Comic
That is the biggest compliment anyone
Wow.
could ever have.
All right, when we come back, we will tell you why Jack
Wow.
considers our new friend Ant the Omarosa of Last Comic Standing.
Oh my
when
God.
we come back.
Alrighty then, we have Ant here from the Last
Hey.
Comic Standing. You might know him as the gay guy.
You might know him
will
as my
headline
favorite
the
homo.
successful
Thank
new
you.
LGBT showcase. What the hell is LG?
It's gender blender. It's gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgendered, and anybody
God,
else
you
that
got 'em all,
and
don't
anybody
you?
else that and anybody else that screws something other than the opposite sex. You're welcome to come.
Apparently.
What about people that screw the opposite sex? Are we not welcome?
Screw you.
Okay.
It's at the
Yeah,
Hollywood.
you can come,
if you
Danny.
do, then I can come.
Danny, if you showed up tonight, I'm not kidding you, I would give you $1.
Where is it?
At the Improv on Melrose tonight at 8:30.
$1?
If you really came, I'm not kidding you, I would
says
give you
$8.
$1.
It says 8.
8 o'clock. That's right. It's 9 in the morning. I'm a comic. I'm usually asleep till 2.
How late do I have to stay to get the $1?
You just have to show up.
Purchase tickets.
Okay.
Literally have to show up. And I'll give you $1.
All right, bitch, bring it on.
All right. I'm going to have it with me. I'm not kidding
Better. I will beat your ass and take my money if you don't have my dollar on you.
You beat my ass, and you and I are I'm getting more than $1. I'll buy you a house and a car to put in that 2-car garage of yours.
How much do I love Ant?
You're scaring me.
Why? Because we're dating. No. Wouldn't that be funny, though, if all of a sudden you read in the tabloids that Danny and I have a secret thing going? Because I have an announcement to make to all the Star listeners.
Yeah.
My drag name is Trish. And
He thinks I'm doing it with my housekeeper.
I think it's so strange that, she lives with you. What kind of housekeeper nanny lives
We
with
have
people?
a guest house, you freak.
Ow.
Yeah,
it
if
doesn't
the
even
audience
do
could all
anything.
see me winking at that. Right. Yeah, and my friend Jen used to hold my stash of pot.
No, what
It's
she
really
is,
hers.
she's a paid friend for Gretchen.
Is that what she is? Seriously?
No.
How much does she get? How much do housekeepers get paid where you live? I mean, you're rich now.
Actually,
Depends what
not
kind of
very
benefits
much
you
because
get.
we also take care of her home expense and stuff like that. Not very much.
Well,
Yes,
how
Jen.
much?
My neighbors pay a lot more, and I don't
How
want to say.
Who
much?
cares?
$1,200 a
What,
month.
Jack?
$1,200 a month? Oh my God! I'm not kidding you. I would go down on you for less, and I keep a better house. I'm gay. It's like in the rule book. I really would. I would do it for $850. Do I hear 9?
You get a nice little house too. It's
Jack,
a nice
stop
house.
touching my ass. I know you hate me, but come on.
What, Jack?
Well, no, now it's long past. I should say Alice lived with the Bradys. It's not
Oh,
that
that's
odd.
true.
Yeah, but Mr. Brady didn't even want to do Mrs. Brady.
I know.
Mrs.
Why do you
Brady
think
wanted to do
Alice
it.
was there? She was doing Mrs. Brady. She was a dyke. Come on.
And Mr. Brady was with Sam the Butcher getting a pound of rump.
Did
Well,
it bother
you ever
anybody
notice-
that she had the same outfit? She never changed outfits.
Uniform.
How about did it bother you
Well.
that she went to Sam the Butcher and never once touched his meat? She never brought any meat home.
Never. That's true.
That proved it right there. I'm not, you don't need Einstein to solve
I
some
don't
mystery.
know. Once I saw him hand over some cold cuts, but then I don't know. She never showed up with it, but she had it in her hand at the shop. I saw it.
That
White
big
paper.
sausage.
I saw it.
Yeah.
All right, here's the deal. Tickets can be purchased by calling 323-651-2583. That's 323-651-651-2583.
Are we giving away any tickets?
I have no idea.
I'd like to give away. We don't have to if you don't want to. If you want to be
Do you
cheap.
have tickets?
Yeah.
Caller 10 right now, 1-800-STAR-987. That's
Why
caller
not?
10.
They'll get to see me and Danny.
1-800-STAR-987.
Astrid, meet Ant.
Hi, Ann. How
Hey,
are you?
Astrid, I love your name.
Thank you. I love you. I thought you were so funny, and I voted for you as much as I could.
Oh my God, I love you so
Oh,
much.
it's
Coffee
so
and pound
touchy.
cake at my house on Friday.
Oh, I'd love to.
She's
I would
not
like to get
kidding.
some tickets to that. I think you're great. My
Oh.
husband and I will.
Well, you know what? You stay on the line, girl. We're going to give you the Star 98.7 hookup.
Nice. Cool.
He's a
Hold on.
machine.
Yeah,
He is a machine.
He really is. All right, so who do you think is going to win?
I split my vote. I voted 12 times yesterday, and I split my vote among 3 of the performers.
Will you tell us who?
One of the performers was Tammy.
Okay.
The other one was Kathleen. And there was the third one.
Dun, dun, dun.
There's a reason you can't tell us the third
Look,
person you voted for?
I'm the leader of the alliance. I can't give away all my secrets.
Okay.
But
Good
what does
Lord.
it matter what you voted
Because
on?
then there'll be, 3 other people that hate me.
I
This
think
way,
it's too
they
late.
all-
They all hate
This way
you.
I can lie to each of them and say, no, you got my vote.
You know what's
Don't
funny?
tell the
It's
other
not
one.
going to make a
This
difference.
this young man has said on a radio station with millions of listeners that he will have sex with me and clean my house for $850 a month, but he wants to keep something secret.
Yeah, because you know.
Look, it's
he
either
has
that
12
or flip
votes.
burgers in the parking lot of a Ralph's with Jack. I'm sorry, I'd rather go
Because
down
you know
on you.
he's gonna. It'll change it. His one vote will probably change the outcome.
No, seriously. I would rather have a shanker than flip burgers at a Ralph's.
Well, now that's
And
a
there's
shame
beer.
because let me tell you something. The only reason why you're here is because of that fine sponsor.
Right. They pay lots
So
of
before I
money.
kick
And
your
let me
ass
tell you
about that one.
something. No, it's not the Ralph's part. It's the flipping the burgers part.
Right.
I personally shop at Ralph's and I buy all my DVDs from Ralph's. And I don't use a Ralph's Club card, so they get a lot of my money.
All right, he's back in action.
And I think that Ralph's Club is a fantastic program, especially their wine club, being a sober member of a 12-step program. That always helps.
Yeah, very nice.
I'm like,
Very
crap,
nice.
I got
Ladies and
$58.
gentlemen, he's back in action. Hey, let me ask you a real life question.
Yeah.
From doing the show, has your money gone up? When
Oh
you
my
tour around, has
God.
your money
it's
gone way up?
Absolutely phenomenal.
Doubled?
Quadrupled.
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 So you were
Dennis
getting...
Miller just hired me to be a correspondent on his show. He just booked me
Oh
on
my
a
God.
pilot.
Wow,
Comedy Central just gave me a record
But-
deal.
I met your stand-up throughout the country. Where
Yes,
say you're making, what,
quadrupled.
$2,500 a week, and now you're at 10 grand.
I was making 4.
Really? And now
Yeah.
you're at 16.
Yeah.
You rock,
It's
dude.
door deals.
But let's talk about the other stuff, the TV stuff. So you're gonna be a correspondent.
A correspondent on Dennis Miller. He just booked me to do a pilot
He
called
says
I Love.
really big words.
Who?
Dennis
Correspondent.
Miller. No, Dennis Miller.
But
Some
I
things I
love
don't
Dennis
get.
Miller.
I
is
love him.
so cool.
I like him. I like him a lot.
opened for him once.
Did you open? I opened for him too. I misunderstood the
Jack,
assignment.
did you open?
I was escorted off the studio lot.
Because I just want to play the topper game.
What's the topper game?
Nothing. It's
You're working for Dennis Miller. I opened for Dennis Miller once.
I made burgers for him once.
at Ralph's.
At Ralph's. And VH1 picked up more episodes of A to Z and my movie review show, co-starring Lonnie Love.
yeah, look at you,
Yeah,
busybody.
life
Busy,
is good.
Now, do you have a boyfriend?
I don't. Do you guys know any cute gay guys with a job?
Yes.
We know
Seri-
Mark,
no, I'm
but
being serious.
unfortunately
No,
he
no,
hooked
I'm
up.
dead
I would
serious.
love
But
to
then
meet
he'd
somebody.
carry around a picture of your penis because that's what he does.
Who
No,
does that?
Darren. What about Darren?
Darren's good.
Really?
No.
Is he
why not?
masculine?
Very.
You
Oh!
would never know he was gay in a million years.
It's like
Then
a
he
guy
would-
guy.
He's a guy's guy?
A
Oh my
full-on
God. I
guy's
would
guy.
Totally,
He's a grizzly.
A bear?
Is that what
No,
it's
no,
called?
no.
Is he a bear?
No.
Is he fat
No.
and hairy?
No.
I mean,
No.
nothing against fat and hairy people. I love you, and I shop at Ralph's, but I would love to have.
He owns a very nice Italian restaurant in the Valley.
Is it the one that you're a partner in?
Yes. And he is the nicest, couldn't be a sweeter man, and he's single right now.
Oh my! How old is he?
He's 32 or something.
He's perfect for
He
me
really,
in every
he's,
way.
He's perfect for straight guys, too. He's a great
You guys
guy to
can
hang
get married
with.
at the pizza joint.
Well, we're not allowed to get married in this country.
Yeah.
Did you?
Darren, if you're out there, give a call. You should totally meet this guy. I think
No,
you'd really
I would
like
love
it.
to. I would.
We
I'm
could
kind of
set-
cute, and I got
you
a
know
nice
what? We
body.
should
I'm going to
set
see you
you up
tonight.
on
Maybe
a-
I'll bring Darren.
Yeah. Oh
we,
God.
We should set you up on a few dates and pay for them. You
Oh
know,
my
you know,
God.
like set
I
'em up
would
and-
love that.
Like The Bachelor, but different.
Seriously, it would be on air.
1-877-487-9999 for anything you want to do, including
And-
date Ant.
And I'll tell you, if you fix me up with anybody you fix me up with, I will promise I will go on one date with them and report back to you.
Oh, this will be perfect. We'll do this for you.
Oh,
I would.
Yeah, we'll
Dude,
see.
And you
this
know
is
what?
awesome.
And I'll report back, and he can report back, and listeners can pick the one at the end that I go
I
out
like
with.
it.
But if
I like it.
my friend
Seriously.
Darren it turns out to be a terrible date, he's also my business partner, so you can't trash him.
I'm not going to trash him because the fact that you were so kind to set me up with someone
He's
is
great.
a gift
All right,
in
here's what we're
itself.
gonna
He's
do.
great.
Here's what I'm gonna organize this right now. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take phone calls at 1-877-487-9999. We're gonna Ant will interview you, and we'll interview them with you,
Yeah.
Ant. And then what we'll do is on Friday you will go with us to GameWorks. You know, like
Okay.
it's really
Oh, yeah.
At
What are you doing
Univer-
Friday night?
right.
I'm going with you to GameWorks.
Right.
In Long Beach. Okay, great.
Right.
In Long Beach.
It'll be called Gay Works.
It'll
that
be
night.
Gay Works, and I'm bringing a joystick.
And we'll bring a couple of the guys out there. We'll pick our guy, and then we'll all go to dinner afterwards, something like that.
All right.
All right, how about
I'm
that?
in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
All right, 1-877-487-9999. Don't act like you're gay if you're not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can sniff right through that. If your belt doesn't match your shoes, we're not going out.
Have you met Robert?
All right. Okay, so here's the deal. We're playing Queer.
Yeah.
And thanks to Jack Hine, drunkjack.com,
Who hates me.
we have that.
Yeah,
that
we never
name.
fully explored.
Queer.
We never fully explored why Jack hates him.
It's because of the show, and I watch, and he partnered up with that Tammy Pascatelli against some of my favorite comics on the show, and so it made me hate him. That's why.
I'm glad I have that kind of power over your emotions. Now go get me coffee.
Last comic standing is what we're talking about, and Ant was voted off the island. That's very sad.
Yeah.
But there's one guy that Jack thinks I should date.
He beat Ant and sent him home.
Oh, really?
Gary Goldman. Gorgeous.
Gary
Tall.
Coleman?
Gary Goldman.
Oh.
I guess
Yeah.
he looks
I
like
said tall.
FP, right?
He's so tall that if I said his hair smells terrific, I would mean it. I'm at 5'2", he's 6'6". Seriously, I was like,
You're
did you
yucky.
change conditioners,
I love
Gary?
him.
What is that?
So Jack thinks that is my.
But he has a girlfriend, Gary.
They
Yeah.
all do. Even the last one that looked like that did. I was supposed to be it, but wasn't. But anyway, let's go back to you. All right, so it's called Queer, and
She's in so much pain.
oh, I know.
We need a therapist here.
I hurt.
We've done that.
You do. You
Yes.
hurt. I can feel it.
Can
Your
we play
aura.
the game?
Yeah. Okay.
All
good.
right.
I'm good at playing games. I'm gay.
All righty. Because otherwise, we are just going to be here forever.
All right.
All right, here's the deal. Ant and I and Danny, we will interview you guys, and then whoever we pick will go to GameWorks on Friday.
Great.
All right?
Because
All
he's
right.
got a date for tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, here is Luis. Hi, Luis.
It's Luis. Hi.
Oh, Luis.
Luis.
Oh, that is sexy, no?
He
Hola.
started off by correcting us, so you know he's forceful.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
I'm sorry, but Ant, you rock. I think you're awesome. I voted for you. I got tickets to go to Comic Standing tomorrow, but you didn't make it. I'm sorry.
Oh, but you can come tonight to see Gender Blender
Oh yeah,
at
totally.
the Improv.
I saw you with
my
the
God,
Drew
they got some
Carey show.
cutesy.
You were our audience person.
Yeah, I was the warm up on the Drew Carey
Okay.
show.
Those guys are always funny.
Thank you.
That's a tough gig.
I love it.
Luis, do you want to go out with Ant?
Oh no, I have a boyfriend. I'm sorry. Ant.
Okay, great. I've been rejected by caller 1. Caller 2, you say what? I was saying Jamie needs therapy. By the time this show is over,
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to walk out of here a weeping mess.
Rick?
Yeah, hi.
Hi. Would you like to go out with Ant?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Are
Rick,
you,
you
Why?
sound cute
are
already.
you a smoker?
It sounds funny on the radio. I've seen him on TV. He's funny.
Well, thank you.
You sound creepy.
So, no,
I
he
sound
doesn't. He's-
creepy.
He
Yeah.
sounds cute.
He sounds like
I'm
he has
nervous.
emphysema.
Emphysema,
Well-
no, it's just a hereditary voice.
It's a hereditary voice. Now, where do
Are
you
you a
live?
midget?
What
His
city?
father's
Woodland
Wolfman
Hills.
Jack.
You live in Woodland Hills. Do you have a job? I'm trying to do an
I have a
interview.
job.
Is he a midget?
No.
Excuse me. Hold on.
He's got
Hold-
that thing on his throat. I really think you are sexy. Me and Stephen Hawking think you rock.
Stephen Hawking's also in a
I'm
chair.
funny.
You
Look
are
at my big
hysterical.
hole.
Uh-oh.
All right,
In
so
my
tell me,
neck.
do you have a job?
Yeah, I'm a manager of a store called Hookup Connections. It's
Call-
a cell phone store.
Oh, it's a cell phone store.
Right.
Oh,
Do-
good, because
do
I'm,
you have,
I'm
like-
due for some new equipment.
Well, sweet. Come on down.
And how old are you?
I'm 35.
You're 35. And do you smoke?
No.
You don't smoke. Okay. I smoke. Does that
You
bother
should.
No, it doesn't bother me at all. Thank
Okay.
Do you,
And,
do you
let
have
me ask you a
tumors on your
question.
larynx or something? What is that?
No, actually, did my mom sound like this? My grandfather, we just have a great
If
voice.
your mom sounds like this, how'd she get married?
Your
If
mom.
your mom sounds like that, how I know I'm not talking to her right now?
Well, you're not.
Okay.
Yeah, this could
I
be
have
Brenda-
one last question. This is the most important
This might
question.
be Brenda
All right, what's
Vaccaro.
All right. If Colin
Worse
Farrell,
than
if
that.
Colin Farrell and I were stranded on an island with you, who would you choose to have your children?
Let's see. I would choose you.
All right, so you know he's
Okay,
a liar.
he's in the plus. I know he's a liar. He's going to tell me I look
Okay.
handsome every chance he gets.
Hey,
I like
Rick,
that.
Rick,
Yep.
all right, we're going to be quiet for a moment, and here's what we'd like to do. You have 10 seconds on the clock. If Ant was a chocolate-covered cherry, how would you eat him? Go ahead.
Go.
Well, I would lick it and then swallow it whole.
2 seconds.
All right, I need a tissue after that answer.
2 seconds.
I need a tissue or a crunchy sock.
Here
Somebody.
is Roland.
Seriously.
Hi, Roland.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Bien, ¿y tú?
Bien.
How are you?
Good. Oh, thank God, because I only speak Taco Bell Spanish. That's all I
me
know.
too. Con queso, sin queso.
Con queso, con queso.
Well, at least we know that you two can order.
Okay, that's great.
There we
Moving
go, okay.
on. Let's hear. Here is Alan, I believe.
Is everybody getting their phone numbers
No,
out
no,
there
that's
so that Ant can call them back
I
on
put
his
him
own
on
time?
hold.
Okay.
Alan, hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, it's good. How are you?
Good.
Meet Ant.
Hey, Alan.
Hey, Ant, how's it going?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
So far, so good.
Good, cool. So tell me about yourself. Where do you live?
Redondo Beach.
What are you wearing?
Redondo. Okay.
What am I wearing?
Yeah.
Jamie.
I just want to know.
You're wearing Jamie.
What are you wearing?
That must be a loose fit.
Gym shorts.
Hey, you're
That
mean
was
and unkind and
nice.
hurtful.
I'm
What?
not-
Good.
What, Alan?
Gym shorts and a tank top.
Oh, do you go to the gym?
I do.
So you work out a lot?
Try to.
Are you
Cool.
ripped?
But it's not the WeHo workout kind of thing. It's
Oh,
just,
good. Mine either.
Yeah, it's just, gotta
It's
make
just to
it.
stay fit, like a guy thing.
Me, I'm learning code.
Me too. WeHo?
Yeah.
Yeah, WeHo
What's
is
that?
Well, that's
West
city.
Hollywood.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to ingratiate myself.
Yeah,
with
West
that.
Hollywood, where
Did-
men are men and women are unnecessary. Jamie.
Do you shave your
So-
body?
No.
Good, me either. Not even your balls.
Well, that's.
You're
well,
kind of iffy on our safety line, I want you to know.
Was that iffy?
That's iffy.
yeah.
He meant the tennis ones. They're really fuzzy.
Yeah, the fuzzy.
Yeah, because you have to play. They're not fast enough if they have all that
Exactly.
fuzz.
That
so,
is true.
So don't answer that for a second there.
Good. I think we did fine with that.
All right. Do you know who you want? When we come back, you can.
Yeah.
All right. So you
Ah,
can
cool.
talk to him off the air, and then we'll pick somebody.
Okay.
And then bring my dog.
And who do you guys?
I want the guy
your
with
vote
the stupid voice. I like the guy with the weird voice.
You know what? I
Hey,
thought
Ed,
that
I want to do ya.
I thought I was attracted to that guy. I don't
Yeah,
think
I
that
think
did
that
that
was-
voice
Who do you
throw
think
you?
I was most attracted to?
The guy with the weird voice.
Who do you think?
You know what? I wasn't paying that much attention.
Oh, great.
The guy with the tennis balls.
Yeah, that last guy. I like that last guy because he seemed like just a guy, and I think that's what you like.
You can talk to him off the air, and then we'll decide. All right, Ed.
All right. And then I'll tell you.